Well, I think you might like this one. It seems that Pope Benedict had decided that there are places in the world that he had never been, and one of them was Alaska, and he had been told of the grandeur of the mountains there, the broad valleys between the mountains and the green trees, and so he went to Alaska, and he was riding around in the Pope Mobile, and he looked and he saw this man who obviously was a Democrat and also a environmentalist because he had on his hat the sign, "Save the trees, save the trees." And he looked upon his chest, and on his chest it said, "Stop global warming." And as the man turned around, he saw his back, and it said, "Get rid of Bush." So obviously he was a Democrat. And Pope was looking around, and he heard this great commotion. He looked back at the man, and the man was in the arms of a grizzly bear, and the bear was hugging him and beating him and so on. The Pope didn't know what to do, and about that time, 3 Republican loggers came running out of the woods. They saw what was happening, and one grabbed his .45 Magnum and shot the bear in the chest. The other 2 grabbed sticks and beat the bear, and the bear soon died from the shot. And they drug him away and threw the bear into the back of their pickup truck. And with that, they shook the environmentalists a little bit, and then turned and carried him to their truck. And the Pope thought for a minute, and he said, "Oh," says, my children, what have you done?" He said, "Here," he said, "I always thought that the Republican loggers hated the environmentalists and vice versa. And so now you come out of the woods and you pull the man away from the bear and you kill the bear." He says, "Oh," I said, "you'll remember that. I will remember." He said, "My blessings on you." And with that, he crossed and gave him his blessing, and he got in his Pope Mobile and drove off. And one of the loggers said to the other one, said, "Who in the world is that?" And the other logger said, "Well, that is Pope. That's Pope Benedict." Said, "He is one of the great men in the world." Says, "He has a direct line to heaven." And said, "He knows all there is to be known." And the other says, "Well, he sure doesn't know much about bear hunting." Said, "What do you mean?" Said, "Well," said, "he let that environmentalist," I can hardly say the word, that environmentalist, he let him get attacked. Says, "Now we've got to go back to Massachusetts and get us another Democrat environmentalist for our bear trap."